Hi. So this week I'm exploring the US Surgeon General's framework for mental health and well-being in the workplace. And as I mentioned yesterday in my introduction, there are 5 elements in the framework. And it is a framework. It's really sound guidance with lots and lots of supporting research and supporting resources for people to utilise. So I really recommend reach out and have a look at it. And it has 5 elements that you can see here. And under each element there are components. So this week I wanted to explore the protection from harm, essential, which is about safety and security in the workplace. And there are 4 components. The first is prioritising workplace physical and psychological safety. Now, often there's more of a focus on physical safety, and I think that's because, we can see in the workplace things that could cause physical harm or accidents to happen. The other side of physical safety we need to be cognizant of is violence in the workplace, bullying in the workplace. Often goes unreported because people fear reprisal and retaliation. We must have a zero tolerance to any sort of physical violence in the workplace, and ensure that people feel safe to report incidents that they've experienced or observed. And that leads into psychological safety, where people feel safe to speak up, to challenge, to ask questions without any fear of reprimand or reprisal. And psychological safety is something that's been talked a lot about probably in the last 10 years, even though it's been around since the 1960s. And Amy Edmondson brought it to the forefront with her book, The Fearless Organisation. Talked about a lot, but not implemented in many places very well. And I think there's a few reasons for that. One, there's this preconceived idea that when we walk into the workplace and don our professional hat, wherever that workplace might be, that we become rational and analytical beings, and we don't. We're emotional beings, and we need to accept the fact that we are not widgets, that we are humans. We have to embrace the fact that psychological safety is based on trust. You have to have trust throughout the organisation, at every level of the organisation. Trust that my voice is valued, heard, and if I speak up, I'm not going to be reprimanded for that, and there'll be no retaliation. The other part that we think of psychological safety is that it's all about kumbaya and, holding hands, and it's not. Psychological safety embraces, if you like, or allows for conflict, and it encourages conflict. Let's say what we really think, but it's constructive conflict in the workplace. So when we recognise what psychological safety really is, then we can work to implement it in the workplace. Talk to you tomorrow.